Hello and welcome to this guide on how to get ahead in life. My name is Taylor, and what I'm going to do is share with you some mental models that have helped me in my development, be it in the gym, in my relationships, in my own personal development, my own mindsets, and particularly my mental health, and also productivity. So why should you listen to me? Well, I mean, odds are if you're watching this video, you probably don't know some of the stuff that I'm going to tell you, because I certainly didn't, and I would have watched a lot of guys on YouTube and things like that. So I'm just going to run through some mental models that I think the earlier I would have realized these things and known these things, the better I'd be, and probably be way further ahead than I am now. But that's okay, because I've learned them now and I can share them with you lovely people. Right, so simple concepts. First thing we need to understand is a thing the mentor of mine calls brain points. What are brain points? So in a day you have a certain number of actions that you can complete that require energy from your mind, and that's the brain points. Okay, so you start a day with 100 brain points. Okay, and over the course of the day and the things you do and mostly the habits that you have take brain points, and your mental capacity will be drained by the things that you do in your day. So you go to school, that's going to take at least 40 brain points. 8 hours learning, interacting, socializing, constantly thinking about things you need to do or tasks that need complete. So that's going to take a good chunk of that. Maybe you come home and you go to the gym, that takes 20 brain points. Then you come home after the gym and you watch TV or you play video games or whatever, 20 brain points. So you can see how quickly these go, and every task that we complete throughout the day takes some of our mental capacity. So if you've completed school and gym and then you've relaxed and played your video games, what you have left is, from this equation, 20 brain points. And then you think to yourself, okay, I have goals, and maybe I should work on those goals. And it's the end of the day, I'm feeling motivated. If you're anything like me, you'll get like erratic kind of bursts of energy, and you want to start working your goals. Maybe you want to record a YouTube video, or you want to do this, you want to do that, and you get 20 brain points left. But here's the thing: recording a YouTube video, or reading a book, or creating your course, or doing an exercise program for your clients, that takes 40 brain points, maybe 60, depending on how high quality the work is, maybe 80, and you've only got a measly 20. You spent all your brain points. So I hope you can understand that your mind only has a certain capacity for activity throughout the day, and the things you choose to spend your brain points on basically determines the quality of your life. All right. So what does the worst day look like? Okay, I'll describe what my worst day was. Maybe honestly not even that long ago. Okay, so maybe it's a Saturday. I start with 100 brain points. I wake up and instantly I jump on my phone and I scroll for an hour. There's 20 gone straight up. Maybe I was drinking the night before, and that's already, taxed me 10 brain points because I'm not really at capacity. You have the capacity of 100. It's a bit of an arbitrary number. There is a way to increase this number. We're going to get into that. But I want to illustrate that these go quick, and then maybe I get up and I eat some shitty food for my breakfast, and that takes 10. So it's like 12 o'clock in the day, and I'm at half capacity. Then like my friend calls me, or I'm on the phone to my friend or whatever, and that takes like 10, starts to diminish pretty quickly. Maybe I'll play video games for an hour, 20, boom. And by the time I've actually brought myself around to say do some like uni work or self-development work or something that would actually serve my goals, I actually don't have enough to even perform that task. So what does this mean? We need to really, really be sparing with these. Okay, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. You have a capacity. What you choose to spend your time on determines your life. That's your habits. That's the people you choose to surround yourself with. That's the activities that you partake in, and what you fill your brain with and what you spend these on. So what we're going to talk about is, I'm sure you've heard this phrase before, eat the frog. So eat the frog is basically doing the hardest or the most taxing task as early in the day as you possibly can. So if you need to get some uni work done or whatever, you wake up and you get on your laptop and you work for 2 hours. Sounds crazy, but this is the most efficient way to spend the brain points, is getting the most taxing task out of the way. Now, what I kind of struggled with is, well, I say I want things, okay? I say I want to be successful. So why are the tasks that would bring me closer to my goals, why are they the frog? Why are they the disgusting, taxing thing to do? And that's all to do with your ego. Okay, so the ego basically operates as the the story you tell yourself or the person you think you are inside your mind. And what the ego operates on is fear. The ego wants to remain in control. The ego wants to remain alive. So anything that jeopardizes the ego, anything that would make you feel less about yourself, will avoid. The ego will want you to avoid because it's scared. It's scared that it's going to be found out. Okay, so if I want to be a YouTuber and I want to create content, constantly procrastinating doing the actual work and not eating the frog is basically my ego putting in this defense mechanism because it's scared to be bad at something. And this thing, you're bad at things pretty much. You know, no one's an expert the first time they do something. So our ego works against us in that way because it's scared to be bad. So it makes excuses because it wants you to do the easy thing because that makes it feel good about itself. So we want to spend our brain points sparingly. We want to spend them on things that actually serve us. We want to eat the frog. The frog is a difficult task. What makes it the difficult task is the ego is scared and it doesn't want to be wrong. And it doesn't want to be the fool. So if your big task and your taxing eat the frog task scares you, that's your ego. Okay, that's you not wanting to be bad at something. But the beauty of being bad at something is you'll get better and you learn. And you can't achieve anything if you don't want to be a beginner and be bad at something. So I encourage you to reflect on that. What are you scared of? Oftentimes the thing that scares us is the thing that we should push into and try and learn about ourselves a bit more and prove to our little fragile ego that was formed when we were children that we can do hard things. So what does this all mean? And how can this be applied? So the key to getting ahead in life is elimination and not addition. Okay, so hopefully you're starting to put 2 and 2 together. We have our 100 brain points and we have goals. We need to spend our brain points to do things that take us closer to our goals. We can save our brain points easier by elimination rather than adding in all these things that we think are going to make us better. Okay, so if you want to be more productive, or you want to improve your life, or you want to have better mental health, there is so many things out there that operate on addition. Okay, and that may be cold showers, meditation, journaling, walking or running in the morning, sunlight, high intensity exercise. What's going to be cold dips? Okay, and this is all things. This is like the grabby stuff. This is the stuff that kind of hooks you in, and you've seen a lot about it because it basically promises that this will be the key that unlocks you, and it's not. Okay, none of these things are going to fix your life. All of these things, in fact, dilute from your life because you're spending more brain points to do these things. Okay, and some of these things are great, and you're probably going to naturally just pick up some of these habits. You know, high intensity exercise, great. You probably gain brain points from doing that, but it's at a cost as well. Sunlight, walk around, you know, it's all great stuff, but the flaw is the mentality that adding all these things in is going to make me somehow better. But you already have the capacity for greatness. You're just squandering it. So we don't really care about addition so much. We want to maximize what we have. So let's talk about subtraction, or that. Yeah, so subtraction. I don't talk about subtraction. Think about all the things that are stealing your brain points and start to eliminate them. Instead of adding in all this stuff that you think is going to make your life better, it's easier to start from the place that you have the potential and you're just squandering it, and all these things that you do are stealing your power and stealing your brain points. So what are these things? What were these things for me? Okay, scrolling and your phone. Going on your phone the first thing in the morning is probably the worst thing that you could do certainly for productivity. It's probably going to affect your mental health. It's just not good. Okay, pornography, video games, bad habits. Okay, now things like this, TV shows. Now you can watch TV, that's fine, but specifically binging TV shows. What other things? Alcohol, shitty food, and the list goes on. But these are the things that come to my mind. So these are probably the most pertinent things for me. So the kind of delusion of these is that things like this, we think they're relaxing, and after a long day at work, we want to play video games. I want to play video games. Maybe we want to binge a TV show, we want to have a drink, we want to shake food, and we think that's somehow replenishing us because we think we're quote unquote relaxing, but we're not. We're continually giving away our brain's capacity for activity and our brain points. So think of a few things. It might help to just do this subtraction and think of the things that you could eliminate from your life. Stop watching video after video of do this morning routine, do this morning routine. Oh, how cold water will save your life. How 1 minute of this a day is blah blah blah. That's all just overcomplicating it when there's so many things that you do that are saving your potential that you can just cut. And there's 10 brain points saved. There's 20 brain points saved. There's 30, whatever the number is. The number doesn't matter. It's the concept of it takes power for your brain to do these things, and you're wasting your potential by scrolling your phone and watching porn and playing video games and binging TV. And it's just the bad habits, but it's easier to subtract than add, and you're going to get more value from subtraction. So to avoid the risk of this becoming a rant, I'm just going to give you the kind of best way to view this model, and this will give you the most value. So I wish I knew this long ago, and I'd be much further along. Okay, this is your life. This represents your life. This is how most people live. Okay, they do a lot of things, but they don't really excel in anything. Okay, this is family life. This is work. This is hobbies. This is habits, and it kind of just looks like this. And yeah, you enjoy things, but you never really reach your full potential in any of these areas. Okay, this is what the life of a successful person looks like. Successful life. And what they do is they identify their desires, they identify what's important to them, they identify what they want from life, and then they go all in. Okay, this is what I done to bodybuild. Oh, you can't see that arrow there. I've gone to the fucking stars of it, man. They go all in. Okay, and maybe you have other things that you're doing also, because you can't just go all in on one thing. Surely you still have to have family, you still have to have work, you still have to have friends, but you've identified the main goal or the purpose layer. Okay, I want you to remember that word because I'm going to use it again. Purpose. Okay, it's very important that you identify what your current purpose is, and that comes from identifying your desires, and that comes from evaluating your values and what you think is important in life and where you want to go. And so, yes, just to reiterate, this is what your life looks like. This is what your life needs to look like if you want to be successful. And the beauty of that is, the beauty of doing this kind of subtracting all the noise and honing in. Once you get to this level, it's quite easy to maintain. Okay, it doesn't take as much energy to get to the place. It doesn't take as much energy to maintain than it does to accelerate. If you're in a car and you're driving, it takes a lot of power to go from 0 to 60, and that's the hardest part. But once you're at 60 miles an hour, you're kind of just cruising. Okay, so this is what successful people do, and this is what I'm trying to do with my life: is go all in on one thing, get to a level I'm satisfied, and then I can cap it there, and then I can maintain, and then I move to the next one, which may be business or family or relationships or social life, and then I start building that, and then it gets to a level where I think, okay, I can maintain that, and then we go again. This is called gamifying your life, and this is how it works. It's layers of purpose. Layers of purpose. Identify what your current layer of purpose is, and then go all in on that. And then once you get to a certain point, you can maintain it. So the thing I've done this the most with is the gym, and it represents it perfectly, because when you're a skinny guy, it takes a lot of work to get to a jacked guy. But once you're a jacked guy, and this is backed out by studies, just believe me, or you can go look it up. Building muscle doesn't take as much energy as maintaining muscle. So you have to do, I don't know the number, but let's say 12 sets of a certain exercise to target a muscle and build the muscle. Once you've built the muscle, you can probably half that, or I think it might even be as low as like 3 sets to maintain. So this is the key. Go all in. Identify what you want and go all in on it, and put your brain points into this. So this is the eat the frog task. This is the hard task. And stop squandering your potential and stop wasting your brain points. So just to summarize, it's subtract, don't add. So get rid of the bad habits, get rid of things that are squandering your brain power, and don't worry about all these different things like sauna or cold plunge or meditation or journaling. You'll probably stumble upon these things and find you enjoy them, and they can become a nice little adjunct to your life, but they're not the thing that's going to fix it. The thing that's going to fix it is identifying your desire and going all in on it and putting the majority of your brain points into that. And we are kind of pigeonholed as young people to really focus on education, which is probably not a bad thing. I mean, there's a debate to be had about traditional education, but you need to realize that you have a finite amount of it. Well, we all have the same hours in a day, but it's a finite time, and you have finite energy. So be careful what you spend your energy on, and apply these principles to get ahead in whatever area you decide to go all out. That's it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and then you'll not miss a video from me, because what I'm doing is, this line is trying to provide you with as much value as I can and the lessons that I've learned over the last wee while. So thanks, guys. Peace.